Dear students, see last time we derived a kinematic equation of motion with a constant acceleration, that is uniformly accelerated motion without using graph. Okay. Now today we are going to derive the same equation by using the graph. Now we also saw an important property, that is the area of the velocity time graph give you displacement. Now see kinematic equation of motion with constant acceleration. Okay. Now this we have to derive by using graph. See the kinematic equation of motion with the constant acceleration by using graph. Now see, we have seen last time, see v versus t graph is a straight line. The object moves with a constant acceleration. Now here, the moment we start observing the motion, okay, that is we have to consider time t is equal to 0. See the, let us say the graph is like this. Now let us say our time t0, that is the moment we start observing motion. At that time the velocity is v. Now see, when v versus t graph is a straight line, object moves the constant acceleration. Now let us say at later time t is equal to t, this is the final velocity. Okay. Now at t is equal to 0, velocity is v0. At time t is equal to t, okay, velocity is v, that is final velocity. Now by definition, acceleration is change in velocity. Okay. Now what is change in velocity? V minus v0. Okay. And what is change in time? T minus 0. Okay. That is acceleration is change in velocity, that is v minus v0 upon t minus 0. We get the first equation. Now the important property we studied, that is the area of velocity time graph gives this is a very useful property, okay, that will help you to solve the graphical question also. Now see what is the geometric shape we see here. Okay, we know it is a trapezium. Let us say. Okay. Now we see a trapezium here. We have to find out area that will give the displacement. Now what is the formula for area of trapezium? Now what is a trapezium? Is a quadrilateral with one pair of parallel sides. Okay. Now let us say the perpendicular distance or the distance between two parallel sides is h. So here area is h by 2 a plus b. Okay. Now here also I see a trapezium. This length, this is a pair of parallel sides. So here AB is v0. Okay. And CD is v. Okay. And what is perpendicular distance? This is the perpendicular distance. That AD is a perpendicular distance, t minus 0. So if I call A, B and this is h. So here the displacement is h by 2 a plus b. Let us say this is A, this is B and this is h. Okay. So if I substitute the value, t by 2 is okay. Now just now we have derived the equation v is equal to v0 plus a. Okay. Now that value of v, if I substitute in this equation here, okay, we'll get the another result. So now we substitute t by 2. What is the value of v0 plus v0 plus v2? Okay. Now we simplify. Okay, now 2v0t by 2, 80 into t, 80 square upon 2. Okay, see the same equation we derived without using the graph also. Right now we are using the property, that is the area of the velocity time graph gives the displacement. Now this is another equation. First equation we derived is v is equal to v0 plus 80. See the second equation is d is equal to v0t plus half it square. Now the third equation. Just now we have seen d is t by 2 v plus v0. Okay, that I can write as t into v plus v0 by 2. This is nothing but rearrangement of the equation only. Okay, now see v is equal to v0 plus 80, that is v minus v0 is 80. So what is the value of t? Now this value I substitute here. So d is equal to, here it is v plus, okay, this is the third equation. Okay, now d is equal to v square minus v0 square upon 2v. Now this is how we can derive the equation of motion with constant acceleration, that is uniformly accelerated motion, by using graph. Okay, some of the book they have mentioned, you see there is a rectangle and a triangle. If you have to add, that is also okay, but I find out this method is easy given in your book also, so that's why we have used. So this is the second method to derive the kinematic equation of motion with a constant acceleration by using graph. Now see there are number of examples, okay, based on this. So see our theory part, what we saw first, we saw what is distance, what is displacement, we saw what is speed, what is velocity, what is average speed and what is average velocity. Then we saw x versus t graph, then v versus t graph, the important property of the velocity time graph, that is the area of the velocity time graph gives the displacement. Now next we have to see about a uniform recirculated motion. Now or motion with a constant acceleration. Okay, but okay, now if object moves on circular path with constant speed, then such motion is called okay. Now see r is the radius of the circular path, and v is the speed. Okay. Now all of you are familiar. Okay. Suppose a stone is there, you tie with a string and you whirl it in a horizontal plane. Okay, that is also example of uniformly circulated motion. Now see uniform circulated motion, see the velocity is always tangent to the circle. Okay, see more regarding this you will study in the higher standard, but right now we have to remember this. See the velocity is always tangent to circle. Now you should have some question. Sir, this is a one side you say this is a motion with constant acceleration. And one side you say is a motion with a constant speed. How this is possible? Okay. Now what is the formula for the speed? Here we know the speed is distance upon time. V is circumference upon time. Now if r is the radius, then circumference is 2 pi r and time interval is t. So this is a formula for the speed of a object moving with a uniform circular motion. Now right now you do not have that much exposure, but we have to remember velocity is speed plus time. Okay. Now here the speed is constant. Let us say 2 meter per second, 2 meter per second, 2 meter per second, 2 meter per second. Now why? Because the motion with a constant speed. But remember, here speed changes, but the direction, velocity is speed plus direction. Okay, here, see here at point A, B, C, D, each point the speed is same. Let us say we take the value as 2 meter per second. But you see the direction is continuously changing. Direction is continuously changing. So that's why such motion, see this is a uniform circular motion, is called accelerated motion. Okay. Now what is the value of that acceleration? See, that will study in the higher standard. But for time being, we have to remember the things that, see, whenever an object moves on a circular path with a constant speed, see, it is called uniform circular motion. Now uniform circular motion, many times it is a motion with a constant acceleration. Why? Because we have seen the direction of the speed is continuously changing. And what is the formula of the speed? V is equal to 2 pi r. What is r? R is the radius. Now speed is distance upon time. So distance will be equal to the circumference of the circle and time interval is t. So this is about uniformly circular motion. Now see, there are number of use of this, but that we'll study later on. Now see, mostly our theory part is over. The lesson number 8, theory part is over. Now we take example from the exercise. Textbook. Now see our first example from the textbook that I am going to solve now. Okay. Now see, a object travels 16 meter in 4 seconds and another 16 meter in 2 seconds. What is the average speed? Now see, the average speed is total distance upon total time. Average speed okay. Now what is total distance? Let us say d, I take d1 plus d2. What is total time? 4 plus 2. Now see here, average speed symbol is this, v, total distance is 32 by 6. Okay, so to total distance that is, you can solve 5.33 meter per second. Okay, now exam, you should take care. Sometimes they ask answer is kilometer per hour. So we, in that case, as I have told you, the formula kilometer per hour into 10 upon 36 is meter per second, and meter per second into 36 by 10 is kilometer per hour. So by using this formula, we can convert in kilometer per hour. So this is about the example 8.1. D1 and D2 is given 16 meter and 16 meter. Time is given as 4 seconds and 2 seconds. So what is the formula for the average speed? We have discussed. Total distance is 16 plus 16, 32 meter. Total time is 4 plus 2 is 6 seconds. Now average speed is total distance upon total time. This is how we can solve. Now next we take example number 8.2. Okay. Next we have to take is example 8.2. Okay. Now see the odometer. See, you might have seen our two-wheeler or four-wheeler. Okay. As we travel, this number keeps on changing. That is called the odometer. Okay. At the start of the trip, it reads 2000 kilometers. That I shows the position is 2000 kilometers. Okay. Now, and the final position. See, the moment we start observing the motion is called initial position here, and at the end of the trip, that is final position. Here it reads 2400 kilometers. Okay. Now the journey takes 8 hours. Okay. Calculate the average speed in kilometer per hour and meter per second. Okay. Now speed is here, change in position upon change in time. Okay. Or S or D is distance. Okay. So speed is okay, that is 50 kilometer per hour. Now in meter per second, 50 into kilometer per hour into 10 upon 36 is meter per second. So 50 into. Okay. Now that we can solve. Okay, that is 13 point. Okay, so this is how we can solve the example 8.2. See, the odometer shows the initial position 2000 kilometer. Okay, at the start of the journey, at the end of the journey, the value is 2400 kilometer. Time interval will give is 8 seconds. So what we have calculated first is the distance. Okay, and time is given, speed is equal to distance upon time. See, also we have to convert in kilometer per hour into meter per second. Why? Here kilometer, distance and time is in hour, so that we have converted into meter per second. So that is a example 8.2. Now see, next we have to see example number 8.3. Okay, next we have to see example number. Okay, now Usha swims 90-meter long pool. Now is a swimming pool from A to B. Usha starts from here. 90-meter long pool, 180 meter in 1 minute. This length is 90 meter. Now how it will be 180 meter? A to B and B to A. So total distance AB plus BA. Okay, in 1 minute. Okay. Now we have to convert in average speed and average velocity. Now generally, see, when distance is in meter, time should be in second. 1 minute is how much? 60 seconds. Now see, the total distance is 90 plus 90 is 180. Okay. But what will be the displacement? Displacement is change in position, that is xi and xf. Here displacement we know is a formula xf minus xi. But see, when C travel 180 meter from A to B and B to A, finally come back to the same position. So we see here xf is xi. So displacement is 0. Okay. Now what we have to calculate? Average speed and velocity. Average speed is total distance upon total time. Now remember, see here 1 minute second. 1 minute is given from A to B and finally come back to the A, that time is 60 seconds. So distance is 180 upon 60, 3 meter per second. Now average velocity. Is displacement upon time. Now displacement is 0. Why? Finally, she comes back to the same point. So displacement is 0 upon velocity is 0 meter per second. So this is about the average speed and average velocity. See, the total distance will be 180 meter. Why? To and fro, A to B and B to A. Okay, and displacement will be 0. Why? She return back to the same position. That's why. See, the displacement will be 0. Now distance is 180 meter. Time is 60 seconds. So average speed is 180 upon 60, 3 meter per second, and the average velocity will be 0. Why? Displacement is 0. So this is about example 8.3. Now example 8.4. Okay. Now see, the starting from the race, the position Rahul pedal bicycle to velocity of 6 meter per second. Stationary position. That is, we can say rest. So V0 is V0. Okay. Now in 30 seconds the velocity acquired is 6 meter per second. Okay. In 30 seconds. Okay, the velocity acquired is 6 meter per second. See, this is the first part of the journey. Second part, he applies the brake such that bicycle comes down to 4 meter per second in 5 seconds. Okay. Calculate the acceleration of the bicycle in both cases. This is part 1 and this is part 2. Okay. Now let us say part 1. Starting from race, yani V0 is 0. V is how much? 6 meter per second. Time is 30 seconds. So what is the acceleration? V minus V0 upon T. Okay. That is 6 minus 0. Okay, see, that is 0.2 meter per second. This is part 1. Now, part 2. This will be the initial velocity. Okay, this will be the initial velocity. And after 5 seconds, the velocity decreases to 4 meter per second. So here A is V minus V0 upon T. Now, what is the final velocity? 4. What is the initial velocity? 6 minus 2 by 5. Okay, that is minus 0.4. Now what we see the first case, first 30 seconds the velocity increases, so we get the positive value of the acceleration. Okay, and next 5 seconds the velocity decreases. So that's why we get a negative acceleration. See, our question says we have to find out only this. It will be very interesting for you to calculate the distance covered in first part and the distance covered in the second part. See, I give you as a practice. Okay, you try to calculate total distance traveled during these 2 parts. Okay, see, next time I will solve this. Okay, I will solve what is the distance traveled during this. Very interesting one. Okay. Thank you.